how to flush a water heater drain valve when it's not working. These days, as you know, calling a plumber to maintain your water heater can be pretty expensive, as you know. In this video, I will show you how to flush your water heater even when the drain valve isn't working properly. This simple maintenance method can help you to prevent costly repair and keep your water heater running efficiently, of course. Regularly flushing your water heater removes mineral and debris that settle in the bottom of your tank. When sediment is left untreated, it forces your heater to work harder, waste energy, reduce the hot water capacity, and can eventually lead to leak and early system failure. A quick flush, better efficiency, lower bills, and long-lasting water heater. Let me show you the best process to do this. Enjoy the video. Before you get started, come to your control panel, find out which one is your water heater. Let's see, I already marked it as 18 and 20, 18 and 20, so I'm going to turn it off. Definitely do that before you get started. As you see, this water heater, it has a tray. And unfortunately, this valve is the same level of this tray. There's no way I can use this garden hose and hook it up here because this one is away. So what I need to do, find a way, maybe use some 90-degree angle attachment so be able to hook up this garden hose to it. Let me show you a closer look. You see how it is? So that's the reason I cannot hook this up. As you see, there's no way. So let me get online, try to find something to solve this problem. All right? So this one was from Home Depot. This is what I bought in Amazon. I'm going to put the information in the comment section. Feel free to check it out. It's much cheaper than this one, be honest with you. Several dollars cheaper, but much better design. Watch here. You see the hole? Of course, it makes sense to use this because the water can come out much faster. It's not going to have any issue with this small hole like that. You see the difference? It's the same size, but the pipe is much larger. So this is what I'm going to use. All right, I hooked this up as 90 degrees angle. I was able to hook up the hose to it. It fit pretty well. Then what I did, I got my screwdriver, I loosened this up all the way, and unfortunately there's no water is coming through at all, just a little bit. I guess this water heater, since I have not flushed it for a while, there's a sediment inside that it blocked this valve. These are very bad design. I will show you how they design it. And this one, I do not want to take this out and replace it with another one. As you see, there's not enough space here. So I'm going to go online, do some research to see what I can find. All right, then I'm going to get back with you. Usually the faucets, you know, there's something like this. They have like a brass like that, or sometimes it's a plastic. As you see in this picture, mine is plastic. The problem with these designs are, you see the opening are very small. You see that? So if there is some type of mineral and debris, they call it sediment, you know, stay in the tank, it will plug this. The water will not come through and you cannot drain it. This is a remove from the water heater in my daughter's house. This was totally packed with sediment. So when that happened, you know, the water, of course, is not coming through this hole. This is such a bad design, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who designed this, what they were smoking when they designed this. This doesn't make any sense. The opening is too big, but here is that much. I mean, come on, you know, when there is a little contamination inside the tank, it will not come out. So on her system, I took this out, put a different system so I can drain it, or they can drain it much simpler. In mine, as you see, is the plastic. So I really don't want to take it out because, you know, it's so close to the pan. It's impossible to do that, you know, unless remove the pan, you have to cut all the pipes and all those. I don't want to do that. I went online to see what I can find that actually going to solve the problem. I saw this product, I bought it through Amazon, and it's pretty unique equipment. I'm going to use this to see what type of result I'm going to get. Of course, it comes with manual and everything. Here, of course, going to hook up to the hose itself, drainage hose. This is an open and shut valve. See, it's shut. Now it's open, of course. It has an area that you can actually put air through it, which it makes sense. Before purchasing this, I was thinking to attach my air compressor directly to that 90 degrees angle with the attached hose and put some air through it. That might work. Then, of course, I find on Amazon. So from here you can use, you know, air pump. I'm going to use my air compressor because it's going to be much easier. This side is going to hook up right here like that. Just screw it in like this. All right. This is, of course, the water heater. This 90 degrees angle. It's going to give me enough space. And this is where actually the hose goes. When you want to put air in here, I suggest to close this because you don't want the air come out of the hose. You want the air goes inside the tank. After you put air, then you turn this on. All right? I'm going to show you exactly what to do. That's crazy that I was thinking to do something like this myself, but I saw it, you know, on Amazon. I said, you know, let's make it simple. It's well designed. It's very well designed. I purchased this myself, you know. I'm not promoting the company. I'm just telling you there are equipment like this available. I'm going to put the link and information about this in comment section, so check the bottom of this video if you're interested to know more information about it. All right, so let me hook this up to my water heater and we start draining it. So I'm going to turn on the hot water. All right, now it's off. Now I'm going to go try that, putting air in the system. You just twist this side like that. That's all you do. All right. Make sure it's tight. This is already closed. I'm going to take this cap off. So you put the air compressor here. You press the air so it push the air through and clean inside the tank. Okay. The good thing about this is it's a clear plastic here that you can actually see if the water coming out or not. It have this attachment. This is what I use to put air in my car. It hooked up to the air compressor. Of course, you can use, you know, hand pump, but this is much simpler if you can use something like this. And make sure everything is tight. Everything tight here. Don't want any leak, right? Always is a good idea to get a couple of rags like this because the water is going to get here a little bit. When you put air, it's going to bring some water out. Remember, before you put air here, you have to close here. Otherwise, the air is going to come through your hose. It really is not helping anything. The only time you leave this open, if you want to clean this hose. Otherwise, you close, put air, then open, let the water come out. So we're going to open this up. This is all the way up and nothing coming out. See, there is nothing coming up at all. That means there's something stuck in it, those little particle. So I'm going to use this. You want to press this quickly, otherwise the water is going to come out of here, okay? You hear it? You hear it? You want to do enough time, then stop. Now you have to hold this hose, otherwise it's going to pop out because the pressure. You hold it, with other hand you open that valve. Of course I cannot do that. I need my other hand, all right? So that's the process. It works very well. Just by doing that a few times, the water still come out. See, it's just a little bit, so I need to put more air into it. It's coming out, but it's not that much as you can see. All right? So I'm going to try this a couple of more times for more water comes out. See, when I did that a few more times, now the water come out very well. So you have to be patient with this. I'm putting the bucket because I don't want to put this inside the shower area. I can't believe how much junk is coming out of here. So you're going to continue doing this until it's a clear water. Of course, when this bucket filled a little bit, I'm going to shut this off. Then try it again. All right? As I mentioned earlier, these are the type of flow you want to make sure everything comes out. See, it still is milky. I keep doing this until it's water clear, of course. You see the water is totally clear. All right, next we're going to close this first, not here, there first. Just be gentle with it because they're all plastic, you don't want to break it. Okay, it's shut up. Now I'm going to put some air here to clean this hose. The water comes out of this hose before I take that out. You really don't need to do that. The reason I'm doing because I don't want the water to get here. All right, just a little air. Okay, this hose now is clean. I can shut this valve off if I want to or leave it open. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to put the link in the comments, so feel free to order what you need to order. If this is too long, it's not going to work. You know, there's a special one that you have to order. This tube is the best. If you can order this tube, it's going to make your job much easier. Otherwise, you have to take this out, you know, and then clean it is a lot of work. Believe me, you don't want to do that. All right, this is much easier. Of course, I'm going to unscrew this. See, there's a little water in there. I'm going to try to clean that as well. All right, the last is just going to open this faucet, let the air comes through, and also that is normal, but the air is coming out. Just leave it on until the water gets coming through clearly. All the air in the system is coming on, let it run for a while. You want to do this with all the faucets that you have because you know you were emptying the tank. Even the water still was coming inside the tank, but it's still, you know, we put so much air in there and the water is filling it up. When the water starts running without any air, then you can shut these things off. All right, I'm back in control panel. Again, number 18 and 20, you can tell is this direction. I'm going to turn it on. Now we are set. At this time, I want to take the opportunity and thank my subscribers with their uplifting comments. You always encourage me to upload more videos, since this is just a hobby of mine. Again, I appreciate you. Enjoy all these videos, and you all have an awesome day. Take care. If you're interested to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and you will be notified when new video being uploaded. You have a great day.